their name, and you call it a structure and deceiving yourself. Structure are those persons that are politicians in action and in words. Politics consumes time. Politics is a jealous practice. You must give it all your time. You don't just put the name of a farmer in Umwezanam and say he's the party chairman of APC in Umwezanam and expect him to work. Some of these people listed as party chairman in the of APC do not even know that they are so listed. These are hotel room name manufactured structure. It's not structure. If we are not here, this house, if you are talking of offices, if we are not here, this house that is housing Udala Radio would have been useless because nobody is here to make Udala Radio heard outside here. So the so-called APC structure was just a make-believe structure. It was not structure in the real sense of it. Now, we don't say there is no opposition in Anambra State. There is no opposition in Anambra State, but the opposition in Anambra State are not people-oriented opposition who are dedicated to challenge the party in power. We are not doing this, we are not doing that, we are not doing this, we are not doing that for the people. They are oppositions who are oppositions for the purposes of getting to power alone.
Opposition during election.
Opposition during election.
Not opposition in terms of governance.
Exactly, in terms of governance, in terms of criticizing the government in power, in terms of telling the government in power, we are getting this thing wrong. Even if I don't have an ambition, we are getting that thing wrong, even if I don't have an ambition. But this opposition emanates at election time for the purpose of winning election. No reasonable person will take you as a strong opposition. They were interviewing one of the governorship candidates asking, how many schools do you have in Anambra State? He don't know. How many people do you have in Anambra State? You don't know. So what are you opposing? How can you oppose? You start your opposition.
You may be opposing the roads, the nature of the roads constructed, the infrastructures in place, the insecurity in place. You may be opposing some of those things.
I'm particularizing on that particular governor. You don't even know the number of schools in a state that are coming into govern. You don't even know the number of hospitals in a state that are coming into govern. If you are in opposition for the purposes of addressing or criticizing constructively the government, you oppose almost everything the government does. And when the government does the one that is positive, you praise the government and give them the accolades. That is what is called opposition.
Why would you give them accolade when you are in the same seat?
No. If you are being real, if not, that's you are coming back to what I'm trying to say. That the opposition in Anambra State and in Nigeria as a whole is opposition for the purpose of the election, not opposition for the purpose of constructive criticism of the government in power, so that the government power will impact on the people. For instance, I belong to a political forum in Enugu State, which we call Enugu State Politics. In that forum, we oppose the government of Enugu State every other day, every other minute, every other second. And some high-ups in his government are in that forum. They take something from that forum and take it up there to the governor, and they discuss and see the genuineness of what we are doing, and then they change, they adapt to the position. And we are opposing that forum not because we are contesting any election. We are opposing that forum to tilt the governor towards providing the dividends of democracy for the people. But we don't jump off from nowhere and come and start doing opposition. Okay, all the governorship candidates of these parties, how many of them are living in Anambra State? Can you hazard a guess of anyone living in Anambra State? So how can you know how a government is functioning when we are living in Lagos or when we are living in Cameroon? You just come back because you have some money to throw around, you buy some cars, press some posters, and start taking some people around saying that they are contesting the election. No reasonable position will follow you in that circumstance. So there is no viral opposition that is enough to tilt the government against the idea of an idea the government want to pursue that may be negative to the people, that may impact negatively to the people. All they are doing is opposing for the purposes of election, and that's not opposition.
All right, let's quickly bring their thought, because we're actually looking at opposition, and we're going to come back to why P2B lost his polling unit. We're going to come back to that, but let's get a thought on what he said about opposition. But he was actually saying that opposition during election is not opposition. Opposition should be part of governance system in the state.
I completely align with his thoughts, because what he said was very simple. You cannot be playing opposition in a vacuum. In 4 years, you're only back during the electioneering window. There is no way you can win elections doing that. And again, is there any ideology? Because that's what the point is making. Are there ideological, cuffs to the opposition we see in Anambra State? The answer is no.
No, yes.
Because virtually the only thing all the governorship candidates were talking about was security, insecurity, this, insecurity, that. And that was why once that was addressed, it became a difficult cop. And he made the point. APC did not come into this election to win on ground, and they were mouthing it. They didn't hide it. They were saying, Victor, our friend, was writing it, that Abuja will come and,
bulldoze their way through.
Bulldoze their way and take Anambra State.
It doesn't happen.
And I was telling them, Anambra no be Edo. They said that was how we said. They don't say that I don't know the Lagos. So, but today we saw the result.
All right, let's talk about why P2B lost his polling unit, and that has been more like a caricature from different political commentators. We have seen those who have written about it, saying that no matter what, you cannot lose your polling unit. We know that you are not on the ballot, you are not contesting for anybody, but for the fact that you have campaigned for a particular candidate that has also made you to be in the election itself, because you raised a candidate's hand, you preached to the people to vote for that candidate, you went around with that very candidate, because I remember when the candidate did a flag off here in Onitsha at All Saints Anglican Cathedral here, you were there to raise his hand. At the end of the day, you lost your polling unit, no matter what, to APC. Let's talk about this.
Thank you very much. This is I think it's a very sensitive issue, but we need to look at.
We know very well that you like P2B, but then
forget about
you have written some comments supporting him, but we are talking about politics here.
No, forget
this is politics 101.
You don't even need to preempt me, because you don't know what I want to say. That I support Peter does not mean, or that I like him does not mean I take everything he does hook, line, and sinker. Now, let's get something straight. Number one, you said it. Obi was not on the ballot. Yes, Obi participated in the campaigns. He is expected to. He is a politician. He is looking for something. And ordinarily, if he doesn't participate in that of others, others may not participate in his. But I have a different idea entirely. And just yesterday, I was discussing this issue with somebody. If you follow me, I've made series of posts. In fact, before the August 16 by-election, I made a short post on my timeline in which I said that it will be suicidal for anybody to try to gauge what will happen in 2027 by virtue of the outcome that will come out of the August 16 by-election and the November 8 Anambra Guba. I still followed up with another short post shortly before this Guba. I am a futuristic politician. Now, the points are clear. One, Anambra voter is an educated voter. You don't confuse an Anambra voter. Look at the history of Anambra State from 1999 till date. You will find out that even though ABGA is the ruling party here, for example, it has never dominated the National Assembly elections. In fact, only once had we had 6 out of 11 House of Assembly members. House of Rep members. And we just won the Anambra South Senate seat.
That was when PDP was still active.
I'm coming. I'm an antecedent person. I rely so much on antecedent. Now, I had argued that if I were His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, I wouldn't be deeply involved in this election, but I would have laid one foundation, which is my style. Okay. I would have called those who wanted to aspire on the platform of my party ab initio and advised them. This man is doing well. Mr. Governor is doing well. The incumbent is doing well. Yeah. Can we collaborate with him?
That would be anti-party activity.
It is not, because even during his tenure.
Excuse, can I come in here?
I'm coming. Let me laugh.
He will come in.
Even when His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi was governor, the other political party chairmen come together to adopt him in 2010 when he was seeking re-election. Okay. So it's a practice.
So it's more like alliance.
Yes,
work it with the political parties. But it's not about advising the candidates. It's all about bringing the political parties to see if they can go into alliance.
No, you
didn't talk about alliance. You're talking about talking with the candidates.
No.
So that would be anti-party activity.
No. You can always advise for example, here in ABGA, we've never really fielded a presidential candidate for some time.
But the party takes it as a position to align. That is alliance.
That's what I'm saying. So That's what I'm saying. Before you talk about the alliance, you must have an in-house meeting.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, and if he had done that, and then the person says, no, I want to contest, then whatever he sees, he takes. But you don't go into an election that you know will be difficult to win. However, I don't want to go about how Peter lost his polling.
No, you have to, because it is very disappointing and appalling. I know Ugun and they want to say something.
Yes,
let's go on, because in the political scene, it is disappointing and appalling for polling unit. That's the smallest.
I agree.
Let's get a thought.
No, let me come in. You see, you are seeing this thing from a very micro level. He made a point here that the Anambra voter is a conscious voter. They know that P2B is not in the box, and they didn't want to create the opportunity of people coming to ride on his back to political positions, because those who rode on his back to political position in 2023 have left.
They have all deserted him.
So P2B is a human being. He can only do that which he can do.
But why did he raise hands of other people asking voters to vote for him?
No, I am coming. Which party did he raise the candidate's hand?
Labour Party.
Labour Party.
Yes.
And you know that P2B is still in the coalition.
That is confusion.
No.
He's a coalition member.
He's a coalition member.
And also,
he has not left Labour Party. It is a political style.
What kind of style is this?
No.
That is ambiguity. It's a political ambiguity.
No. He did not tell me and you the style. You know, you dance to the tune of a music the way the music is beat.
So who had played that style before in the history of Nigerian politics? Those who have played this politics the way we love.
You must not take.
So he introduced it himself.
Many. Erufai played it in August 16.
Let me finish.
No, I'm talking about
Erufai played it in August
history.
Let me come.
Please go on.
P2B, as far as I'm concerned, is a very wise man. He can adopt.
And he lost his polling unit.
I'm coming. Listen,
he was not.
I'm coming, and he can adopt a style that will work for him.
That failed him.
No, not for. I have not said him at all. Let me finish. So the conscious Anambra voter. I'll give you an example. We did the no vote buying campaign before the election. I said it here the other day.
Yeah.
I gave one woman our flyer. Say, Madam, don't say your vote. Madam say, Atobagolu P2B. I said no. That is. You say no. That this one she will say her vote. But when it comes to P2B, she will go vote for P2B. That is P2B personality is discussing.
All right.
Now P2B was not on ground, so to speak, insisting that this person must vote for me or pleading with people to go and return me in my ward. If P2B had won in that his ward, what plus does it give him? Is his candidate as the president candidate? P2B is playing the game at a very high level than this governorship thing. P2B is going to face the assistance of the federation with the federal capital Abuja. He will come another down and involve in Agolo to see whether he will lose or win.
It makes a lot of.
Hold on. Are you saying that he doesn't have followership?
For Tinubu to lose Lagos, it made a lot of noise, and I know they are quite different because
Tinubu was on the ballot.
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, he himself is a minus in his political records.
No,
I'm talking about Tinubu. Is a minus on his political
because
record.
He was on the ballot.
Now coming back to
because he was on the ballot.
Tinubu had not supported any candidate
in this election
in Lagos. He had never supported any candidate in Lagos and lost his ward, lost his polling booth, lost his local government. He had not that.
What was the political party? Is it supporting under an opposition party or
and the ruling party? The permutation on ground.
Now,
the permutation
you asked
on ground.
a very important question.
Very, very,
very important question. We are talking about during the time of PDP.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. During the time of PDP, when PDP was the ruling party. We are talking about.
No, I mean Lagos.
We are talking about senatorial election, general election. That's what we are talking about. I'm just trying to expand the horizon. During the time of PDP, when PDP was the ruling party, and during the senatorial elections, House of Representatives elections, where Tinubu is in support of a candidate within his senatorial district, within his federal constituency, he has never lost his polling booth for that election. So what are we talking about?
Was this National Assembly election?
No.
We are talking about losing polling booths.
That's what I'm asking. Was this National Assembly election?
Listen. So let me come in here.
Yes.
There are peculiarities of individuals.
Simple.
Somebody, you can be a maverick, I'm not a maverick. You can be a rough and ready style politician. I may not be that. P2B was not in the ballot.
That's not the answer. Let me come. It is. That's the biggest factor. See, if he did not win, that is the biggest factor. If he did not win his local government, it's understandable he's not on the ballot. Not his polling unit.
Listen.
Not his polling unit. As a politician, of repute. As a politician, your polling unit is more like you, Umunna. So your Umunna rejected you.
Let me come.
The Umunna is not even supposed to. No. I see the collaboration, but I must play the devil's advocate.
No, you are not
I
succeeding.
must play the devil's advocate here.
And your devil's advocate is not working.
You are not contextualizing.
No.
Let's go.
You are even using a wrong word nomenclature that he did not win. He cannot win an election.
He's not on the ballot.
Why would he not?
Why you rather say that his political party did not deliver in his.
No.
That is the proper language.
You are being sentimental to P2B.
You cannot understand. No.
There is a collaboration between you and Chris Makulu. I'm pointing that. Let's say this.
You cannot win an election.
We know Zik.
You rather say.
Hold on. P2B is trying to take the position of Zik of Africa.
He has gone beyond that.
Hold on.
He has gone beyond that. Let's agree on that.
Wait.
Let's agree that P2B has gone beyond in political popularity.
No, it can't be in popularity. It cannot. Zik is still ahead of him in popularity.
In Nigeria's political terrain.
Hold on. We are talking about Zik, who was in Nigerian constitution. Has P2B's name been in Nigerian constitution?
That is not the
hold
issue.
on.
He said popularity.
Political popularity. Hold on. Yes, I'm going to come.
There is no.
Hold on.
No living in.
I said hold on.
P2B living or dead.
Hold on. Zik was governor general and later president of Nigeria.
Of course.
Popularity, P2B did not match him anywhere. Because why? Hold on. Why? Look at offices. What makes you to be popular? What makes you to be popular is offices you have held, and not just offices you have held, and the acceptance by your people. Now, this is what makes you popular. And then the political records you've had in the country. Coming to offices held. Zik of Africa.
I concede.
Hold on.
I concede.
You are gerrymandering.
Hold on. He wants to say something. Allow him to say.
I concede.
Exactly.
I concede. We are in your house.
Okay.
But let this not be a monologue.
No. I will allow you.
Rather, let me come.
Okay, please come.
Let me come.
Come
see,
in.
You were a personality, given the environment and immediate constituency and the events of that time.
Right. Yes.
The events of the days of Zik are not the events of today in politics.
So why would you say he's more popular?
I am coming. Have you ever heard of this word Obi wave? It was everywhere in the country.
Okay, that was in 2003.
And it remains alive.
In 2003.
It remains alive. When Zik was that popular as you are saying, there has not been this civil war. And Obi emerged after the civil war and attained this right as an Igbo man. I leave it at that.
Okay. Beyond that, no. Hold on. Wait, I want to ask you a question. Do you agree, be honest, that P2B in popularity is bigger than Zik?
Wait a minute.
Do you know? I want to yes or no.
No, it's not a yes or no question, and I'll tell you why.
You can't let him say yes or no.
It's not a yes or no question. You must define. He qualified the popularity.
No.
Popularity. That's what I say.
Listen.
You are restructuring my question.
No. I'm not restructuring you.
I said
you must consider.
Is Zik?
There cannot be a yes or no.
P2B popular than Zik in popularity. Yes.
In terms of positions held, there's no way you can compare P2B to Zik.
But consider also that Zik
popularity, political popularity, acceptance. There is no Nigeria today living that is more popular than P2B in this country.
There is no Nigerian living.
Yes. Living that is more popular than P2B.
Even dead.
Today in Nigeria.
Even dead.
Are you unobedient? Please be honest.
I'm not an obedient, but I support P2B.
Oh, you support P2B?
Yes.
Are you an obedient?
I'm not an obedient.
But you support P2B?
Yes.
Now,
because
for you to say that somebody who is popular, the most popular person in Nigeria, losing his political unit, that is antithetical.
And I've told you, you cannot say that he lost an election in the country.
Wait a minute. Let me address your question. What was the level of his interest in the election?
Okay, he had no interest.
I've just told you this. If I were PO's advisor,
okay, would have advised him not to go into the election.
that my party wouldn't have participated in that election, and it's all right.
And that's what you have done.
You see, so the point,
because it's a zero chance for them.
The point is that
Party.
I've made the point. Our career politicians don't tell politicians the truth. I was guest with Dr. Moralo on Rapid FM just a couple of days back.
All right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I listened to him. For example, you talked about vote buying, and he said that he didn't make any provisions for vote buying, and I believed him. But let me say this here for the benefit of the listeners, because they may not know. In politics, even when the principal doesn't want to do a thing, there are political stakeholders who are given to what you are talking about.
That's the structure.
I don't. That's what
comes in.
I don't want to lose my polling unit. So he dips his hand into his pocket if he has the money, and funds that polling unit and make sure he delivers.
Are you aware that there were many people who...
Do you understand?
There were many people who were not on the ballots. They were not on the ballots, but they supported a candidate and they won their polling units.
That is exactly what I'm telling you now.
That's what I'm
telling you.
But they did not use any money.
Listen.
They did not buy anybody.
Listen.
How are you sure that they didn't use money?
No. I can tell you those who have a zero principle on buying people.
It is not true. No. See, we cannot sit here in good conscience. He painted the picture, and that's why I didn't want to go back there. Because, for example, in my own polling unit, when they started, whether it was propaganda or whatever, you know how it is done. They would pay for the first two if they had the customer,
and then tell others to write their names.
APC agents were offering 12,000 naira in my polling unit.
12,000.
No other political party.
So they were paying higher.
Wait a minute.
They started the buying.
No other political party offered that much. Do you understand? But what happened was that at the end of voting, in the two polling units in my polling booth, and I'm talking about Obinza, Palace Square, in Ward 5 in Ekusigo, 007 and 008. APC got one vote in one polling unit and got two votes
with their 12,000.
Yes, because nobody they couldn't part with the money because nobody was willing to collect it.
They offered 12,000. Nobody was willing.
All right. Well, so let me tell you another way.
All right.
The job of stakeholders and the structures in politics.
Quickly, because we have to
when
move into another issue.
When the new election was coming close, I travel every weekend. If I travel during the weekend, I will. Somebody compares a note for me. Where somebody delivered the child. Where somebody died. And I will run around all these places. Even if it is 5,000 that I'm dropping, I must make sure I run around. I can on a particular day come to somebody's house and say, "Oh, I'm sleeping in your house this night too." He will say, we'll go, lawyer, we can give me. But I know where I'm going. I know what I'm looking for. I will deliberately sleep in his house.
Exactly.
Do you understand? Buy the beer. At times, I will just buy bread. I will be going home. I mean, some people on the road, I will kill you. Madam, I'm just coming in. Oh, bad is the latter.
Yes.
You get bread. He said, I don't want to have bread. Give us that bread. If you don't go buying, it is not buying.
Even if you give bread, even before election,
you are buying the food before that they start selling it.
All right, I understand that. Let's quickly shift our attention, but we have to go for break. When we come back, we're going to shift our attention to what happened in FCT. And we're going to do that briefly so that we can open the phone lines so that people can come in. So let's go for a break. Remember, we have been talking to Chris Makulwos, a veteran journalist and also a public affairs analyst, a political activist, and then Barrister Ugunande, who is a constitutional lawyer and also an advocate on the Supreme Court. So we have both of them in the studio. They are sharing their thoughts, and I have to play my own role because once they go this side, I have to go the other side. You know, it is expected so that every side will be balanced. So let's quickly take a moment. When we come back, we shift our attention to somewhere else. We'll be right back.
A city of movement, a city of trade, a city of heritage. From the rays of the sun to the radiant glow of the river Niger, from the echoes of Ose Market to the silent prayers rising from the basilica. This city beats like a drum, loud, proud, and unyielding. And the drum finds its rhythm right here on Udala Radio 104.7 FM. Seriously authentic.
Adobe logo, nene no de daño na mo kenelo.
Ụlọ ọrụ Enugu Electricity Distribution Company EEDC na-agwa ndị ahịa ya na ha ebidola ikesa mita ọkụ n'efu n'okporo Tranche B nke Meter Acquisition Fund NERC kwadoro. Ebumnuche nke usoro a bụ imechi ohere ndị na-aka enwetabeghị mita maka ndị ahịa Band A nke EEDC na ụlọ ọrụ ya ndị ọzọ Main Power, Transpower na New Era Electricity Distribution Limited. Mita bụ n'efu, enyekwala onye ọbụla ego maka mita. Biko gaa Customer Service Unit nke District Office gị ka inye nọmba ekwentị na adreesị gị. Ndị ọrụ EEDC ga-akpọ gị site ozi inyere ha. Maka ozi ndị ọzọ kpọọ akara 0208 470 0100 maọbụ zipụ ozi na WhatsApp na 0707 461 0095 maọbụ 0707 461 0088. EEDC
ike ọkụ na-enye ihe na South East.
Udala Radio 104.7 FM.
There is one real estate called Higher Ground.
Higher Ground Estate Limited is a real estate company with a difference, working together as a community and growing together like one family. We have land in all the eastern states of Nigeria, Ala Igbo, Okasi Delta State, Ebo Torute. Higher Ground Estate Limited ne fee sa nanya ime acquire properties. And in Nigeria Jeru ne semmini. We have two titles when you come to documentation. 1. Registered survey plan. 2. Deed of conveyance. Higher Ground is a good place to invest, for we have a high level of return on investment (ROI). We also do land banking and estate management. Our head office is located at number 59 Orifite Street, Awada Obosi, and number 5 Frank Omare Street, opposite High Court, GRA, Asaba Delta State. You can call us on 0806 373 4641. Higher Ground Estate Limited, going higher every day.
Udala Radio 104.7 FM.
Welcome back. It's still Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM on Onitsha. Day is very beautiful. Saturday morning, the 20, or rather the 15th day in the month of November in the year 2025. Wherever you are listening to us from, you're welcome. We have seen some comments on our Facebook platform. Please go on there and send more comments. We are going to read them. And if you ask any question to any of our guests, we are going to channel the question to any of them. It has been a very active and lively Crossfire this morning. It was actually what it is, the name Crossfire, and we saw the fire crossing. And we are going to shift our attention. Very good. And let's quickly move our attention to what happened actually in Abuja. And then we have to really look at that very issue dispassionately on the position of law. We saw Wike and Yerima. Yerima guiding a piece of land, and that land in question seems or purportedly owned by his boss, a retired naval officer. And we saw this part. Yes. Wike, you don't call him a fool, he's saying he's not a fool. Nigerians are divided over this. Lawyers are divided over this. Opinion leaders are divided over this. And they have shared their thoughts on this division. Some said where this person is wrong. Some said where this person is wrong. But it seems that Wike, on the other hand, the masses, they don't like him. And they have said everything. And some have said that the young man, the man, should be court-martialed. You know, for being an officer, you should understand the position of law, that land is a civil matter. You don't get involved. Even when your superior gives you order that is illegal, why would you take on? See, so many things. Let's get your thought. Let's start with Barrister Ogunande, because you are a constitutional lawyer and you have treated land matters quite a lot. You have been in court several times arguing over land issue, and most times I don't know if you have had any land where soldiers have come to take possession and stage themselves and they will not even leave, and then you have to remind us the Land Use Act, what the law says. Let's get a thought on this, Barrister Ogunande, quickly, because we have to open the phone lines.
It's all right. First of all, let us agree that the events of that day between Minister Wike and Yerima did not just start that day.
Okay.
It is a development that got to that level. And what that character they demonstrated that they should teach any Nigerian is that we have no regard for our laws and the rule of law. Otherwise, that event couldn't have erupted at all. These are what could be done at paperwork level. If the builder has no approval to build on the land, it will be on paper. And it will be, this building was not approved. Why are you going in there? And he gently walks out from that place if we have rule of law. But what we apply here is, who are you and who am I?
Superiority.
Superiority.
If I'm talking, you're talking.
If I'm talking, we're talking.
Why would he be talking?
Wike to him is a god. I read this morning that the directors apologized to Wike, two directors, one of Quiz and another person.
FCT, Federal Capital Development Authority Director, saying that they apologized.
That they are sorry to bring him into the matter. It gives you the foundation of what Wike did. When they reported to Wike, Wike was moving with all his might to go and intimidate that boy. I use that word. I'm coming. I use that word boy deliberately.
They said that Wike said add in your own thought that Wike said, according to him, that those people have beaten directors, beating them up.
No,
that's what he said.
I'm coming. Wike was going with all his might to go and insult that officer. Why I use the word boy, I said I used it deliberately.
Okay.
In his damage control press conference, he said that boy repeatedly.
Okay, he said boy.
Yes, and I googled the word boy again. He used it derogatorily to insult that boy, and he was doing a damage control.
Right.
And that brings out more the type of person that Wike is. But let's now get back to law.
Okay.
In law, a military officer takes order from 4 persons, 3 permanent, 1 as the case may be, as time may demand.
Okay.
The president, commander-in-chief of the armed forces, his superior, the minister of defense, and the vice president of the country, where the president is not available. These are the only 4 persons.
And what kind of order does he take? Lawful order or lawful or any order?
Any order given to him by all these 4 categories of persons.
The law did not say any order. The law says lawful.
No, I'm coming.
Right, let's look at Armed Forces Act.
I'm coming. Any order given to you by all the
any order, even to kill somebody.
I use the word any order. Yes.
Okay.
I use the word any order. Any order given to you by these 4 categories of authorities, you are bound to obey it as somebody in the military. That is pure military.
Any order.
Yes.
For the law.
I'm coming.
You have to put the law for us, because we are here to educate the people. We cannot go on here and tell people what is not true. Quote the law. But
no, let me come. Let me quote the law.
Please quote the law.
You know, what makes the lawyer that he is knowing where to find the law and not knowing the law and not having the law at all times.
If you
say I should quote the law, if you say I should quote the law, I just say I refer you to the Military Act. And there are some other internal rudiments or laws guiding the military or paramilitary that is within their exclusive domain that is not supposed to be public. But I've mentioned to you the 4 categories of persons. You cannot tell your superior as a military officer that this order you gave me is unlawful and I will not.
We have seen those who have done that. Hold on. Barrister Ogunande, Armed Forces Act talks about lawful order, and even the Nigerian the defense, because they tweeted when this thing was happening. The word they use is lawful.
Lawful order.
Lawful. It cannot be any order, please, because we are here to educate the public. Because any order could also amount to somebody giving somebody order to kill somebody. And then you said because it was given to me by my superior, I'm going to kill this person. No,
you are getting in trouble somewhere. No.
I said we have to. I said we have to educate the public. The word any order. No.
I agree with you.
It should be lawful order. Let's be honest, because we are not here because we don't like Wike. We are trying to make sure that everything turns against him, and we do no. It should be lawful order. At least we have the Armed Forces Act here with us.
Listen now. Let me come. Don't quarrel very much with language. There is a presumption, though rebuttable, that anybody occupying a given post is a reasonable person
who will only give lawful orders.
Who will only give lawful orders. It is a standard presumption. Yeah. That is why before you get to certain offices, you must pass through the rudiment of other offices, so that in that position, it is expected of you that every order you are going to give is a lawful order in the circumstance.
Yeah, because somebody can also tell you to go and conduct a queue or be part of a queue.
No human being can give you such. If somebody gives you that order, you report the person to his own superior, because there are superiors you get to the president.
All right, please go on.
So now, the order Yerima was carrying out was a lawful order. If I have to use your language, you collapse me to that. I use your language, lawful order.
How is it lawful?
It was very lawful. I'm coming.
No, we're gonna come to that. On law. Very lawful. We're gonna come to that because I have my own.
Let me come. Remember, I said that the event of that day did not start that day. The event of that day had started, and the directors had gone there before and met Yerima and went back and reported to Wike. Yeah. Wike, the Yerima was on
quickly
ground.
Because of time.
Yerima was on ground.
Just summarize so that I can come back to
maintain security at the site and not to guard any plot of land. Because if he's not on ground, if it is not on ground, then anything can happen there. So you can't say he's there to guard land. He's there to maintain security.
All right, now let's bring your thought, because we have to come back to this, because I had wanted you to put some laws for us, but unfortunately he did not do that. I had wanted, citations and then precedents, because we must judge whatever we are discussing with precedents, citation, because the idea is to educate.
You did my work for me when you put the
but I expected I shouldn't be the one doing that.
Otherwise, I could have come with my.
I should not be the one.
I could have come with my law report.
I should not be the one doing that.
If you want the next
and
time,
then Supreme Court. Let me cite Supreme Court ruling, because Supreme Court
ruling or judgment.
Judgment, because when we say ruling, and we also mean judgment, because we have seen Supreme Court in a case between Onunze against State 2003 NWLR, if you look at it, volume 61 for your journals, and Nigerian Air Force.
Yeah, that's why I'm flying on Facebook.
Because versus James 2016, which according to the Supreme Court, that if you look at it, that the military officers are not bound to obey illegal or manifestly unjust orders. That's the position of the Supreme Court. Now, for Supreme Court to have also interpreted the Armed Forces Act, what I was talking about, the lawful order and unlawful order. So we have counted your own argument of any order, because that's ruling of the Supreme. The judgment of the Supreme Court says that military officer is bound to disobey any illegal or manifestly unjust orders. Let me come back.
And I told you that a reasonable man cannot give an unreasonable order.
Hold on. And now we've seen most times for either interest or personal gain, anybody can tell you to do anything. And I saw somebody saying that if Gambo had also dispatched Yerima to go and watch his car, is also part of the order. To watch his clothes is also part of the order. To go into his kitchen and cook for him is also part of the order. But now, I was listening to Lego minds who are dispassionate about this, and they said it is wrong for a soldier to go and guard a piece of land belonging to a private citizen, because according to these Lego minds, having served before, and no more in service, you're a private citizen. And then for an officer, if it's just ordinary soldiers, it's understandable for an officer to go and guard a piece of land belonging to a private citizen, knowing it is not in the jurisdiction of the military or soldiers. Let's get a thought. Please, Michael. We have to really open the phone lines because of time.
Thank you very much. You see, one thing I do a lot is that I am able to remove sentiments while looking at the issues. Yeah. You said you've read some legal minds. I've read some. Many of them sons. For example, Kenneth Ikone is a son I respect so much. I read him on this. Yeah. I've read Professor Dinkalu on this.
Dinkalu has issue with Wike. Leave him.
Forget about
no. He has issue with Wike. We said it here.
Don't bring that.
You have a problem.
You know why?
No. Don't.
One of their issues are on the social media.
The problem of Polity is that he also always betray his bias.
Thank you.
You always betray your
bias.
You always betray your bias.
No, wait.
You don't hide it at all.
That is not the issue. I've also read.
You are the moderator.
Wait a minute. I've also read some senior advocates on the other side. I've read Banire, for example.
Okay.
Now, the issue is this: what is lawful order? You're talking about a retired 3-star general who was chief of naval staff. First, even if the Supreme Court or any court of competent jurisdiction needs to look at this issue, it's like looking at elections. You must look at the elections from the prisms of the Electoral Act, not from the prisms of the ordinary law. Do you understand?
Your opinion.
And you just cited, the Armed Forces Act. Do you understand? First and foremost, is the retired naval chief entitled to? I'm coming. Is he entitled to details? Yes. What are the details? Assigned to do to protect not just his life but properties. To protect his lives and properties. For example, if the general's vehicle is on an errand with any of his detail, and probably the vehicle is parked and somebody wants to attack that vehicle, maybe the general is not even in it, are you saying that the detail should stay hands akimbo while that vehicle is destroyed? If you go to Buhari's farm today, or while he was alive, let me not say today because I don't know about today, there are military people guarding that farms. I also know a good number of retired top military brass that military personnel are still guarding, and it is as a matter of routine in the army.
You do not salute the
hold on. You have spoken though. So you are betraying your bias.
I'm not biased.
You are.
So the truth is that Yerima was obeying valid orders, and Wike, it was wrong for Wike to be there. He had no business going there at all.
How?
He had no business.
How?
Thank you very much.
Quickly.
For him to go there in the manner he wanted to, there must be a court order. Was there a court order? He was shouting on the young man, show me the papers. Did he go there with a court order?
No.
Did the laws permit him to just enter and demolish?
Now, for demolition, definitely, you must, sometimes when you go against the geographical plan, I've checked the law, even as a governor can demolish.
There are processes
without a court order.
Without a court order,
that's an illegal act.
I'm talking about governor now.
There are processes. We are not saying that there can be
hold on.
There are processes.
Hold on first. Yes, there are processes to that.
Remember that the land was assigned. It was just the purpose of the issue.
Hold on.
The land was properly assigned.
I'm talking about generally. Let's not constrict this argument to Wike.
No, but we're looking at the Wike.
Exactly.
We must look at it beyond the personalities involved.
Wike is at the opposite.
We must look at it beyond the personalities involved. The
idea
idea is
has its peculiarities.
Now let's talk about if a governor has power to demolish a property that is against either the plans on or maybe wrongly acquired and ordered. You said there is a process because he has to write to those people. He has to inform them, but he may not need a court order to do that.
Yes, if he had, but remember,
he may not need a court order to do that.
Let me distinguish it.
All right.
Let me distinguish it.
Go on.
In that instance, it was the governor never approved of the land in the first instance. In this case, the land was approved and all the documents.
They say that there is no C of O for that.
No, for recreation.
The only issue was not allocation.
Listen, the only issue there was, even Wike said it, that they were now going to build a residential building on it instead of the recreation and park that was approved. So in the first place, this land was properly allocated.
Allocated to who?
To somebody from whom the general bought.
Now the question, let's not go into that because we are not caught. It's a matter before the court.
I want to take on the Land Use Act.
Okay, please go on.
You see, the Land Use Act is a very good law. If you demolish somebody's property that is legally acquired. If you even overtake it for overriding public interest, the person is entitled to an alternative. You don't just take it and tell the person to get away. That is the point. So if Wike is saying that you cannot build the residential house here instead of a park, that we are taking this land from you, then you provide him alternative plot. That's what Land Use Act said. Alternative plot where he can build residential. Under the Land Use Act, there are places we call residential and commercial areas. So if we are taking land from any board that is very allocated to the person, you must give that person.
All right, let's quickly open the phone lines because of time, because you have shared your thoughts remain your thoughts, because your thoughts are not rooted in law in a way. No, but none of you cited law. I had wanted somebody to cite law.
You cited all the law.
If none of you cited law, my thought was rooted on the act. No, you didn't. My thought was rooted on the act. Section what?
Which he cited.
Section what?
I don't have it off the
not on exam here.
Hold on.
We are not on exam.
See, I said here, every argument
and the law is my area. I talk about you here.
So the truth remains that we must root our arguments in law. Otherwise, we are just engaging in beer parlor discussion.
I disagree with you.
In beer parlor, somebody said
I cannot be sitting here as a lawyer.
I read Tony. I read his thoughts.
Okay, you read. Thank you.
I read your thoughts, so I know where you belong.
My thoughts were rooted in law. And
let's
open the phone lines. Let's open the phone lines. 0803-221-6973. Or 0803-827-6694. We have two gentlemen in the studio here. It has been a lively atmosphere here, and definitely we started by the post-mortem Anambra State governorship election, and we talked about the issue of PO, that's P2B, and then my guest said that P2B is more popular than Zik. And they rooted it, and then I will have to play the other side. And when they also went together on the issue of Wiki, I have to go on the other side, but naturally I had wanted citation of law. That is the fulcrum of whatever we do. Let's open the phone lines. So the lines are open, so you can call us now, and we can also take comments from Facebook. So for those of you who have posted comments, we're going to take your comments from Facebook, and let's quickly go. Make it brief. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you. Please share your own sentiment.
Hello.
Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you. You're welcome.
At the studio.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Honorable Dick, I'm calling from Onitsha. This is no longer the panel discussion, and it's getting more interesting.
Oh.
Thank you.
No, I said if we do not cite our argument in law, it's the panel discussion
you
here.
know, you keep saying this yesterday. I was telling you that I don't even drink beer.
No, it's a idiom. It's idiom. It's idiom. It's idiom.
Young officer is trending for some reason. The fact is that from Wike cannot be FCC minister and become a law enforcer.
Thank you.
What is he doing there? You have processes to address these issues. So
make it brief. Remember, you have a minute so that we can.
The young officer was able to comport himself. That is why we haven't seen this for the past decade. That is why Nigerians are celebrating the young officer.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
That's the bandwagon. Exactly the obedient wave. Bandwagon. That's what Nigerians do.
When you register a land in the Ministry of Land, all you needed to do is to check up the documents of the person, find out whether that land is registered under SOCOM. The moment it's registered, it's just like DVN. Okay? If the details are not there, that means the land has issues. If the details are there, that means the land is okay. We do some land transactions here, not even only in Abuja. So what we are trying to say is that the FCC minister, with all due respect, wants us to, go how he comports himself. You mustn't be at the scene there. You have those that is started with that responsibility. So that's just my thing.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your take care. Remember, just like I said, we are here to educate. So whatever we do must be in line with the ethics of journalism, not to share just sentiments and all that. We must look at our laws, cite our laws, and say what the laws say, because that's what we want people to know, not just based on what we think, on how we think. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning, Dr. Tony Zambik.
You're welcome.
I'm greeting the great legislative medicine.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
The jurists,
Thank you.
I am again in the car for this guy. I'm playing from beach here, no problem. Please, I want you people to help out. The area where Lord should help us to make it big. Who is going to direct or collect weekend on this type of flamboyancy he uses to exist in terms of the position given to him? Is it the presidency or the parliamentarian or the masses? Because up to now, I have to believe that he's wrong on whatever it is. Subject to what you said, when he was addressing that national officer as a boy.
In the damage control.
Mind is what I'm trying to put out. Who
All
is
right.
going to correct him?
Who is going to do what?
Correct him.
All right, correct him. All right. We got to your question. Who is going to correct him? Because we have to manage our time. We don't have so much time left. All right, thank you so much. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning, my sweet journalist.
You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Thank you. The guests. Maku, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
My name is Basilu, calling from Onitsha.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Let me speak on the issue of P2P. I think that the number of the people that voted in this polling unit, I mean the polling unit of 019 Agro Ward, it's not up to 200. It's just 170. And I don't think it's very wrong and it's not fair. If you can just use 170 something to classify who P2P is in that polling unit. And we know that sometimes somebody in a village, even in your village, Tony, even in your village, some people doesn't like you. The most place you have hated people is from your village. Someday they will tell you, say, you claim to be big man, I'm not voting. You don't respect elders. You don't have money, you don't give us money. A lot of things, you don't come to our meeting. A lot of things you meditate for people not to vote for.
So does it mean that P2P doesn't do all those things? That's why they did not vote for him?
No, I'm just saying that so a lot of things can bring issue from the unit, and those people in the only people that voted there is not 170, and we cannot use those things. And meanwhile, P2P is a dignity, somebody that has respect. He said that we don't use money to buy anything. He have his dignity kept, and it's better for him not to use money and destroy his.
I appreciate what you're saying. What I would have started to have said is that the number of votes cast in that his polling unit is not enough to measure his personality.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. And your submission is germane.
No, for you.
Your submission.
No.
Your submission is. Our moderator is bullying us here.
That is why it is.
We seek the protection of the public. Our moderator is bullying us.
Hold on. But it's so good and there. Somebody was making a statement. You just jumped in because
he concluded.
No, he has not concluded. He has not concluded. Somebody was actually talking, and then.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, this is from Asaba.
You're welcome.
Please, I don't know.
What's the name? Okay.
Olisa. I don't know whether you have something against P2B.
All right, sorry, I have to let you go. Seriously, if you don't understand what we do here, we have to let you go. Everything must be balanced. That's what we do here. And then for the fact that
you're playing the devil's advocate.
For the fact, apart from that, for the fact that I did not agree with your opinion does not mean I have something with somebody.
Exactly. Yes.
Please, let's not be.
It's as regards the issue as they being discussed. Simple.
Not if I don't agree with you.
And it must not be one-sided.
And they want it to be one-sided so that it will be the way you want. No, that's not what we do here. No. Let's go back to the phone lines, please. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you. Hello. Sorry about that. Let's go back to the phone lines. I remember the lines to call 0803-221-6973 or 0803-827-6694. Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Hello.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Good morning. You are welcome. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome.
The guests in the house, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Samuel, calling from Nkwele Zunaka.
Samuel, you're welcome.
Tony, fire on. You are saying the absolute truth.
You may not agree with me. Forget me. Just say your own.
My opinion.
Say your own,
My
please.
opinion is that it will be ridiculous for somebody to be at the level of P2B at political space in Nigeria. And he came down to Anambra State and the campaign for a candidate. And he couldn't win the polling booth for the candidate. No, it is not acceptable in politics. What he needs to do is to, first of all, make sure, money or no money, that his people at that polling booth from his own town voted for the candidate he supported. To showcase that he is ready to go for presidential election in 2027. So that is my take on that. On the other hand, for weekend, I still align with you. If somebody got allocation of a piece of land from government, and that allocation says that you will develop that land as a commercial place or what do you call it, amusement park, and you go ahead and started building a private building there, government should revoke the allocation. So we saw a military man, which some land grabbers used to use to scare government officials away from asking them questions. And the weekend saw the military man and thought that the same thing they are doing there. Right. And he did what he's supposed to do. The only offense weekend has from me is to call a military man a fool or a human being a fool.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning, my speaker.
You're welcome.
This is the voice of Honorable Iglichi Sokoye from our ancient kingdom.
You're welcome.
My speaker, let me say this. No military serving officer will say anything in this thing. I'm saying as a trained retired military officer. Let me say this. In the training, they will say you obeyed your last order. Do you know when I was in training, and officer of command said, "Guys, push this post down." They are talking like no, sir. You have to move to that pole and start pushing poles down until the another security officer come and tell to go out. This is the military. Forget about what all this war doing that. When I was there, I never had that. That's a law. Even during the action, an officer will command you, take this position in the front line. He point you to go. You see that person was going and they shot him down. He point another person. He will not say no. He said no, he died there. So in the military, there's nothing like no, sir.
Yes.
Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
All right. Thank you so much. Good morning. You're welcome.
Chief Dr. Dem Tony Obona, good morning.
You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Our guests in the studio, you're all welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you very much.
I am Great Dem Ilja Patego, streaming the airwaves for Osmo.
You're welcome.
I align my thoughts with the notion that no living or dead person in Nigeria is more popular than P2B. That is absolutely
good
correct
point.
with me. That P2B failed, or not P2B, who failed? He was given a spot to somebody. If P2B were to be the person on the ballot, there is no way he could not get all the voters there. And again, our guests made a valid point when they said that Anambrarians and the Anambra voters have a unique mentality and the way we reason. That is a very valid point. We don't enter a compound because it is swept. We reason very well before we act. Therefore, I believe that no living or dead Nigerian is more popular than P2B. Away from that,
We have to let you go. We have to let you go. You have spoken so, at a lengthy time. Let's allow others to come in because we have just less than 20 minutes to leave here. So, and then we must also give our guests time to react to some of these comments. So you have to make use of your 1 minute. Very well. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you. You're welcome.
And the guys in the studio, Maku.
Thank you very much.
From Onitsha.
Please go on.
Anybody who is blaming people, you are just being sentiment to yourself. You understand. You know that even if in my own polling booth, you will pay me 50,000 for me to vote whosoever P2B is his party. I will not vote. I will vote and collect that 50,000. It is very clear. You understand? So long as it's not P2B is on that ballot, there is nothing anybody can tell me to do so because we know that even if that person wins, P2B cannot even control that person. So you must remove that as an argument. You understand? Apart from Nnamdi, no other citizen of Nigeria is more popular than P2B.
So Nnamdi is more popular than P2B?
Of course! Not just in Nigeria.
But some people say that it's P2B. Are we talking about this in Southeast? Are we talking about Nigeria generally?
I am telling you in the whole world, Nnamdi is more popular than any Nigeria.
Nnamdi is more popular than anybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I know what I'm telling you. I am very, very sure of what I'm telling you.
I like this conversation.
Nigerian politicians make him to be popular. If not, nobody will know Nnamdi, but they made that man to be popular. Simple and short. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. But before we go, we are going to ask Gogo, who is the most popular person in Nigeria, and Gogo will answer us, and we'll look at what Gogo will say. Yes, most popular politicians. Sorry. Okay, most popular politician. That's the way we are going to ask Gogo. Obunande, you're going to have your time and talk. I know you are keen to talk. Once is your time, we allow you to come in. Good morning. All right, good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, good morning, my speaker.
You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Yeah. Honorable Chimuba, I come from Aguluzibo.
Honorable Chimuba from Aguluzibo. Yeah. Please go on.
Yeah. Let me say something on the population issue. Concerning the issue of people be Zeke, it depends dispensations. In the days of Zeke was so popular. Even in the days getting independent, being the president of Nigeria, being the governor general, cannot be compared with the people. People have never gone to the extent of comparing Zeke with him. Let us remove sentiment. And even in the politics. So concerning the issue of population all over the person that is more known in politics in Nigeria and now in the whole world, we may even talk about we talk about people before. That's what I want to add here. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that. Let's go back to the phone lines. Yours is very, very short and brief. We love that. Good morning. Hello. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
We can hear you. You're on. All right. Sorry about that. Please, if you call us, if you cannot hear us, please go on and talk. Everybody will have his own time. Good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah. Good morning to everyone. This is Sylvester from Fuga, Edo State.
From Edo State. Fuga. All right. From Fuga, Edo State. Please go on.
They say charity begins at home. A very popular person, as people are claiming that cannot win his polling unit, is that popular. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. The popularity of Peter Obi is died down. Not like 2023. It's no longer that popular. Thank you.
All right. That's brief. Very brief. All right. I like comments that are very brief.
Hello. Good morning, Mother.
Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning, our guest in the studio. My name is George, calling from Amsterdam.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I would say that you know how to provoke us, that the way the station everywhere, even the line is very busy.
Very busy, very.
That is why you brought in the issue of P2B. Because you know that people are going to react on it.
So you are knowing my skill, so you are judging my skill.
Let me say something here. Because you putting in P2B, is somehow, I don't really understand what you try to achieve with it. Because we speak that you say that we are obedient. Let me come in. I've been in a voting polling unit that somebody called me in Asabaya, said that, now wow, for life vote for this man, but we know say no go win. I better go collect money for PDP, vote for that guy. I know say I go win. Why I go waste my vote? So at the end of the day, you will find out that people will decide to vote for anybody that give them money, rather to vote for the man that P2P. Because they know that the man is not going to. Why we see your vote? Why we see your vote? Even when the man is the one that always comes to your studio, that he say proper that he's not going to share money. And we all understand the way that this last election was more than vote buying. It's all about the people. The president said it. That before the result will come out, people have been saying that vote buying. But he said who is buying, who is selling. Mr. President said it in Abuja. So it's here all over everywhere. So when comparing that kind of election with the integrity of person like P2B, so work that way. Because after P2B said the ballot paper. In that election, we all know won the election. In Nigeria, not just a number, not just a seat. We all know won the election. If after that INEC did not give it back, we let us not forget that he came out to us in the leader election in Nigeria with how many billions of votes. Even one Abuja, one Lagos. That is the man you are comparing with just a polling unit. Mr. Speaker. No,
all right, thank you so much.
All
right, thank you so much. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Samson calling.
Your name again, please. Samson from where?
I want to. There's something that confuses me. I want to know something about. Please, you said that you are there to educate us, and I want to ask you. You know everything, please, sir.
All right. All right, I think your question is more like I don't know what to describe it, but I didn't get the question even. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, the lines are very busy. Anyway, good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning, my sister. Good morning, the guest barrister in the house, and good morning to everyone under the reach of my voice this wonderful morning.
You're welcome.
My name is Honorable Oruti Christian Tim, and I'm calling from Territory this wonderful morning.
You're welcome.
Without wasting any time, Tony, your devil advocacy is well understood.
No, leave.
Let them take it the way they. Now, let's talk about PPOB. Because when you said you compared PPOB with Tinubu, that he has never supported any candidate, and that candidate didn't win. Now, PPOB style of politics and the Tinubu style of politics is not the same. Tinubu is a jagaban. He has some Agbobi people working for him. MC Oluomo is there to make this work for him. The money is there. Peter is not that type of politician. This is one. Two, on area of military participation weekend, my dear, let me tell you, it may be in the law, it may not be in the law. I don't know much about the law as you and the pastor was digging it. But let me tell you, in military, there's what we call obey the last order. I am also into security. I understand that language very well. Sometimes what has the parade? When the security agencies will line up in the parade, you'll be hearing maybe the instructor will say, hey, you baboons and monkey, whatever he said does not matter. Where they wait for him is his last comment. After saying all this, he'll just say, fall like a tree. Everybody will fall. Wow. You understand? Whatever he said during those days doesn't matter. That last command is what you must obey. So it's left for the Constitution to look into it, see if it's right or wrong. If Yerima is getting a piece of land, it's right or wrong. If it's not wrong, then
all right, thank you so much because of time. We take. All right.
Now just obey the last order.
All right.
From his video.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. We're gonna take one call, then read Facebook comments, give our guests maybe five minutes. They have so much to talk about, or maybe Lexa. So we are going to manage our time so that nobody will feel bullied, you know. Okay, let's go back to the phone lines. All right, good morning. Because the lines have been so busy, you know, when I say this is the most listened political program, people don't understand. You can see that. And then some people say you know how to provoke this to be very hot. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you. You're welcome. Please go on. We can barely hear you. Can you bring your phone close to your mouth? Okay.
on your question. Number one, registered voters and other voters are and those who came out to vote about 5,000. Want to ask the question now. That's what voting happened. Number two, Soludo was celebrating the victory after the result was announced. And I want to ask, if I sign a contract with somebody and I see the person celebrating the contract with that after the signing, he just left to his house and that's the one that signed the contract to say, I don't know that contract. I think celebration should come after the decision, not before the decision.
I don't know if you can. Are you getting him?
That had an occasion with the weekend. I think we are not the people to say that the order was lawful or not. I don't think, and I want to align myself with the thought of the lawyer there. I think before you have sent certain level, you must have been proving to be responsible in your conduct. So I don't believe that the chief of civil staff can be unlawful order. And besides, none of the military chiefs.
All right, we have to let you go so that we give our. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have to let you go. We have to manage our time so that we can give our people here some time to talk. And let's quickly take some comments from Facebook so that you add it up. So what we are doing here, you add some comments up so that we also give them that privilege. We have a few minutes left, so we cannot afford to take longer statements. All right, Samson actually K. Zimuzo says P2B won his first tenure without vote buying, and he won his second tenure without vote buying, but Soludo won both the first and second tenure with money inducement. Maku, you will react to that because he is saying that P2B won the first tenure without vote buying, second without vote buying, but people in Abga say that he introduced what is going on. That even his first tenure he brought money, second tenure he brought money. But somebody says that's not so. That is Zamzi Achalike Zimuzo. John Mbe, comparing P2B to PO is iniquitous. P2B is still the PO because there is no basis for the comparison. I think you mean Zik. All right, we got that. The issue of Wike, he's always think he is God. Apostle Hygienist also is one. We also have the same apostle saying, or he says to me, or even if P2B didn't win his ward, it doesn't mean he's not relevant. Even in my polling unit, people voted for Abga, but they all talked about P2B. They knew that P2B was not the candidate of Labour Party. And then we have this one, policeman live from Ibadan. Thank you, we appreciate you. Onochukwu Emmanuel, thank you, watching from Kumasi, Ghana. We thank you so much. Onochukwu Emmanuel, who is watching from Ghana. We also have Wisdom Peter, says good morning Mr. Tony, thank you so much, we appreciate you. And then Ugochukwu Frank, who says how can the same person downgrade P2B because he was defeated in his polling unit? Okay, we wouldn't take the last one when you say you guys are just funny. All right, this one says Tony Becky, you go push person enter inside fire. Thank you so much, we appreciate all of you. And then there are other comments, in other places, and someone who says you cannot compare P2B to Zik because Zik is Zik of Africa, P2B is P2B of Nigeria. All right, we got all these comments coming from you. Now it's time. I think we have to reduce the time given to, I don't know who's going to speak first. We have 5 minutes. All right, 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes. All right, let's start.
Let me begin because I noted some of the things that the callers talked. Let me begin from the ones that are very likely to be forgotten. Somebody asked, the second caller asked, who would reign in Wike?
Who would control him?
So, I think the answer to that question is that it is his chief employer who is the president. So, the president has a responsibility to reign in Wike. And I think the earlier he does that, or the sooner he does that, the better. The caller from Onitsha, Basil, also talked about the issue of, trying to evaluate the strength of P2B by just below 200 votes that were cast. If P2B was on the ballot, it wasn't 200 people that would come out there. So I think he also made a very valid point. Then that's the man who called from Fuga addressed. He said, person when no fit win him polling unit, and you say he's popular, that one not popularity. It boils down to the issue of contextualization that we're talking about. But he can be forgiven because he called from Fuga, and from the tone of his voice, he is not from Anambra State. So he doesn't understand the dynamics that govern the politics of Anambra State. So, but I can tell him that in Anambra, we vote according to whatever. Then there's the guy who talked about vote buying. Facts will remain facts. P2B did not buy votes in his first term. I was a participant in 2003. P2B too did not buy votes in his second term. I can tell you that.
But Abga,
wait a minute. Forget about what Abga.
Quickly.
He didn't buy votes. What happened was that stakeholders, just like I said here,
brought money for him.
No, he contributed money just like
for them to buy votes.
Not buying vote
to give people that
agents, to give agents and all that. So anybody who is telling you that P2B bought votes,
they say if you give bread, it's both by
you are going to pay a party agent who is going to work.
But then they say
let me tell you,
shared money. It's
important because this is why I'm in politics.
All right, quickly because
back in 2010, government brings very little money. In Ekusigo, for example, it is people like
we have to let please come in, please, because of time. We have to give you your own time because you are begged for this.
Olisa, let me commend you for being able to spark your program the way that it was sparked. And people actually observed you. And why am I saying this? You deliberately brought in P2B. And you see that when you brought in P2B, the people's reaction subsumed the postmortem you wanted to do of another election. You did that deliberately. I commend you for that. It's pure professional. Now, somebody told us, one of the callers, that you obey the last order. That is military for you. And I was about telling you before that even if you see the uniform of a senior hanging on a vehicle, and he's not even alarm the vehicle, you salute that uniform. Whatever Erema did is okay. Tinubu has a lot of work to do before we can spoil things for him the more. In anything controversy, Wike is there every time. It is wrong for him to say that people are saying this because they hate him. If people hate you, then there is something wrong with you, and you correct yourself. The better Tinubu deals with the situation, the earlier Tinubu deals with the situation, the better for him. We can have this impression that he's almighty, that he's God, that he can do everything and get away with it. It does not work that way. People that have wielded that type of power ended up in this area. Going back even to the Bible, Herod and Pilate. So all I'm trying to say is that Tinubu has to take care of his cabinet, and he must react to this wicked saga in a way that Nigerians will see, yes, that he was touched by what happened. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. And then, just like we said earlier on, the program, we have to make it to be what it is. And then I know many of you enjoyed it, and none of you at any point, try to lose attention of what was actually going on. I must commend my guests. They actually made everything possible, because if you say it was a script, they delivered. All right, thank you so much, Barrister Good, and a constitutional lawyer and also an advocate of the Supreme Court. Thank you so much for your time. You really, though you came late a bit, but then we'll pardon you for that. Thank you so much for your time.
I did apologize.
All right, thank you so much. We also want to thank Chris Makuwosu, a veteran journalist and somebody who, anytime you call on him, he will always answer. Thank you so much, Makuwosu.
Yes, thank you very much, and I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here too.
All right, thank you so much, our listeners, those who made the comments, those who realized what we did. Thank you so much. We really appreciate all of you. Has been what it is. And then the next program is sports, and then we have Prestige. Come and tell us what you have for us this very morning. It's important to tell us, the Super